back to my channel Spend Time with Our Father. Today is day 114 of our Bible reading session. Like I've always advised, it's nice to spend time with our Father at least once a day, either through doing a prayer, or reading the Bible, or doing a Bible study as well. Right, so today is day 114 of our Bible reading session. We will be reading Numbers chapter 17 because yesterday we have read Numbers chapter 16. So before we go ahead, we will first read the verse of the day. Today's verse is Psalms chapter 37 verse 4. Take delight in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Take delight in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Right, so I think what we all must do is give praise to God, turn to Him in times of sadness, in times of happiness, in times of trouble, in everything, right? That is when, God will really, because He listens every time. I mean, He's omnipresent, He's omniscient, He's everywhere, He knows what we think, even though we may feel like He's not there, but He knows exactly, right? So all we have to do is dedicate our life, our total life, all to Him, to Jesus Christ, surrender our life to Him, devote everything of our lives to Him, right? That is when, He will give us what our heart desires, right? So take delight in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. So that is the verse of the day. Let us read a chapter. Alright, so Numbers chapter 17. Here we will be reading about the budding of Aaron's staff. The Lord said to Moses, Speak to the Israelites and get 12 staffs from them, one from the leader of each of the ancestral tribes, with the name of each man on his staff. On the staff of Levi, write Aaron's name, for there must be one staff for the head of each ancestral tribe. Place them in the tent of meeting in front of the ark of the covenant law where I meet with you. The staff belonging to the man I choose will sprout, and I will rid myself to this constant grumbling against you by the Israelites. So Moses spoke to the Israelites, and the leaders gave him 12 staffs, one for the leader of each of their ancestral tribes, and Aaron's staff was among them. Moses placed the staffs before the Lord in the tent of the covenant law. The next day Moses entered the tent and saw that Aaron's staff, which represented the tribe of Levi, had not only sprouted but had budded, blossomed, and produced almonds. Then Moses brought out all the staffs from the Lord's presence to all the Israelites. They looked at them, and each of the leaders took his own staff. The Lord said to Moses, Put back Aaron's staff in front of the ark of the covenant law, to be kept as a sign to the rebellious. This will put an end to the grumbling against me, so that they will not die. Moses did just as the Lord commanded him. The Israelites said to Moses, We will die, we are lost, we are all lost. Anyone who even comes near the tabernacle of the Lord will die. Are we all going to die? Yeah, I mean, the Israelites, in spite of God taking them out of so much of slavery, right, when they were in Egypt, so much of slavery, the amount of labor work they had to do all day, and and God had taken them out of Egypt, and yet they still are not thankful. They still are doubtful of God's greatness to them, and blaming Him for many things, even though He's provided them, right, even given them manna. I mean, I wish whenever we talk about manna, I wish I did get manna as well from heaven. I wish manna would fall from heaven for me, but again, it's not my will, it's all God's will, right? So yeah, I mean, God had to do what He felt needed to do for the Israelites to actually understand, for the Israelites to actually see what God's intentions are, right? Because as we have seen many times, when it comes to the water, when it comes to food, even though they have food, but they are grumbling that they do not get meat. I mean, there's no meat, it's always the same type of food. So ultimately God had to provide them some meat, right? So yeah, I mean, God had to do what he felt needed to do. So this chapter is really short. Really short. It's just taken me around 5 minutes to record, but anyways, I mean, it is what it is. Tomorrow we will continue with Numbers chapter 18. I hope you all can join me again tomorrow, and I thank you all for also supporting me in any way you can, for watching the channel even for a few seconds, for a few minutes. I mean, that really helped, even though I don't have much views, but I believe it's all in God's timing. God will work his miracles like he always does, you know, with each and every one of us, right? So please like, share, subscribe, and also comment. Give me some feedback in the comment section as well. All right, so we will meet again tomorrow. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you all have a good night, and you all take care. Bye-bye.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. He's been my fourth